All right, everybody, MLS Cup playoffs, Sons of a Pitch soccer podcast. I am Mike Guillaume, and I am joined tonight by not Nick. He can't make it tonight, but we've got Barry Morrell joining us all the way from Scotland. Barry, how you doing tonight, man?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, man. I was just trying to work out how all this is going to go and the timing. It's confusing because I'm on this phone for the webcam. I've got that phone for the stream. I've got a channel in there, but it's all a bit. I don't know if I'm behind or if I'm in front, but I won't spoil anything. But yeah, it's great to be here.
Nice.
Some MLS, man, from the north.
Yeah, nice, man. All right, so we're underway. I thought there was going to actually be a little bit of a break. Normally, MLS in these playoffs has been given 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the game actually starts. Well, this one actually kicked off right at 7:30, and we currently have a corner here for Sporting Kansas City, and easily saved by the rookie Dane St. Clair for Minnesota. So as we get started here, things are looking up. Everybody that's on, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. Also, hit that subscribe button. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, one subscriber will be randomly drawn to win a $250 Visa gift card. Get in on it. It's a chance at some free money. If you're a sports bettor like myself, that's a $250 bet on the house. Now,
yeah, I'm betting that.
Yep, and Barry does some betting as well. So a couple quick chances here right off the bat for Sporting Kansas City, looking lively. However, little bit of an unknown here with the lineups. So with these lineups, there's a guy missing for Kansas City. What's that?
Russell's playing the last time I watched Kansas specifically. Russell was playing up front. There's two up front, but he's playing on the right wing now. I've not actually seen a Kansas City game for a little while because obviously I need to stay up very late to watch the MLS games, and then with the COVID mix-up, and I was just like, I lost track of it all. But like last year, I followed the MLS like religiously.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember putting on a bet with Johnny Russell to score 2 goals.
Nice.
And because is that Johnny Russell, the Scottish guy? He's not like 30. I thought he was done, and he's like a star in America. So I was like 40 pounds on Johnny Russell to score 2 goals at like 20-1, right? So big ask, right? And then he scored 2 goals. He scored 1 goal, and then I cashed out and I put everything that I had on Johnny Russell to score a hat trick, and he scored a hat trick, and I won about £900, which is like the equivalent.
All right, so you're a big Johnny Russell fan then. That's for sure. So let's get into the lineups here to talk the lineups. We've got for Sporting Kansas City, the home team. They've got Tim Melia in goal, Lindsay, Puncec, Reed, and Amadou Dia at the back. They've got Ili Sanchez is kind of that sitting central defensive midfielder in a 4-1-4-1 formation with Johnny Russell wide on the wing, Espinoza, Busio, and Gerso, with Shelton up top. So no Alan Polito in this one. I don't know if he's COVID or what the deal. He's not even in the 18, so I'm assuming it's probably COVID for him because he'd be in that lineup regardless. Any other way, I would assume. Now for Minnesota United, their graphic here up on the screen, they've got Dane St. Clair in goal, the rookie. Then they've got Gasper, Dibasi, Boxall, and Metnair in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Alonso, Grey Goose as the defensive midfielders. Molino, Reynoso, and Finley finish out the mid. And then Robin Lode in or Lode, I don't even know how you say it, but he's kind of playing a false 9 position for Minnesota. So far, it's been all Sporting Kansas City. They've been handling business so far. But, of course, it's only 5 minutes into this one, so no goals yet as a long ball goes over the top for Minnesota. And looks like there's going to get a chance here for the Loons. Kicks it back to just outside the box. Grey Goose with a shot. Melia makes the save. Fumbled it a little bit, but gets his hands on it and saves the ball and kicks it way upfield trying to get something going on the other end.
what time are you at roughly, Mike?
Right now my clock says 5:52 on my stream.
Right. I'm going to have to refresh this. I'm not far behind, but the 25 seconds can make a lot of difference in football.
Right? Exactly.
Like
the scoreboard on the stream here just above us, above me, just hit the 6:01 mark, about 5 seconds below where I am on my stream. But a nice ball out by Reynoso for Minnesota United over to Ethan Finley over on the right wing. He sends it back to Metnair, and now back to Reynoso. Reynoso tries to get past Busio, which he does, cuts around him nicely and draws the foul. Busio fouls Reynoso, and that's a dangerous spot for a free kick there for sure. So a couple people joining us on here. We got Shooter McGavin. These teams are playing for second place. Go Revs. And brother BKL Contreras. What up, Mick? Just getting ready to watch Minnesota and SK say, how's it going, man? I mean, Mike. Hey, good stuff, brother BKL Contreras. How you doing tonight from New York?
Shooter McGavin. I love that. I think I'm more. What a film.
All right, so here's the free kick in by Reynoso, easily cleared out by Sporting Kansas City, and it goes all the way back to the Minnesota keeper trying to distribute out of the back. He sends it up to Gasper. Gasper starts moving across the halfway line. Now back to Ozzy Alonso, over to Grey Goose. Grey Goose sends it wide to Reynoso. We got a run being made by Metnair, but there it finally makes its way to Metnair on his run. He sends it back into the middle of the park for Kevin Molino. Molino back to Ozzy Alonso, and looks like Minnesota's getting some good sustained pressure here. Minnesota now with a chance here. Oh, it's cut out nicely by Sanchez. Sanchez goes up to Gerso, and he makes a run here going after the ball. Shouldered by Reynoso and just drops Gerso with the strength there. And then no call on the foul by Grey Goose. At least I thought it was a foul, but it was not a foul. Now Reynoso over the top and cleared out by Sporting Kansas City. So
I'm on 7 minutes 40. Is that behind you?
Yep, that's behind me by about 20, 25 seconds.
That's not good enough. I'm going to have to go through to the main television, which is live. But
nice.
I'm at a piano right now. I'm quite chilled. I've got a video set up.
All right, so lots of fouls in this one. It's getting rough. These guys, they're definitely balling. That was a nice step on the top of the foot by Metnair on the Sporting Kansas City player.
I just got that right there. Got
the replay there.
Yeah, I'm getting the replays. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, this so all the way from Scotland, man. What how did you first find MLS?
Well, so let me think, right? It all kind of started with you can gamble legally in Scotland or the UK from the age of 18, right? I'm 28, I'll be 29 in January 29th, well enough. Gambling is totally legal here. I was never interested in gambling. You can do the lottery when you're 16, but you can't officially gamble until you're 18, which is still very, very young to have the authority to go into a shop and say, I'm going to put all of my wages on this game. And that's totally legal. You're 18 years old. You don't know what you're doing when you're 18. Right? You're allowed to go into a shop and say, there's £500 on Kansas City to win. And okay, thank you. See you later. It's never going to happen. But and that's fine. So I've always been into football. I was brought up a kind of diehard Glasgow Celtic fan. And the best probably game that I ever seen was Celtic in Barcelona in the Champions League when I was about 12 or 13 or maybe 11.
Okay.
And Celtic actually bet Barcelona 1-0.
Wow.
And it was, I've still got the ticket, and it was just phenomenal. Back in the days of Henrik Larsson, if you ever remember that name.
Yeah.
Henrik Larsson was phenomenal. I always thought that he was going to go on to be the next big coach or manager, but for some reason it just didn't happen. He had a son who played football, and then he managed a couple of Swedish teams and stuff, but I really thought he was going to like make a significant dent in history above his football, but it didn't happen. But regardless, Larsson was playing, and it was just amazing to see it. So that was when I first probably fell in love properly with football, when I was at Parkhead, aka Celtic Park. And then from that, as I got older, I was, obviously watching the English Premier League, and then when it became so easy to sit, I'm a Nighthawk, so I'd be sitting watching like NHL, for example. It's not popular here at all, right?
Okay.
But there's one hockey team in Scotland, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 hockey teams in Scotland, but there's one that's within 40 miles of me. There's only one who's semi-professional.
Okay.
I go see them, because I love sports, and I love American sports, and hockey is just not a thing here. But for a long time, people used to look down on the MLS, and I spoke to quite a lot of my friends about it. One of my friends. One of the guys that I'm talking about was actually my uncle, and his dad actually played for Celtic in the Lisbon Lions squad in Seville when Celtic won the European Cup in 1967. So my uncle's dad actually was in the squad, and he also played for Chelsea as well, which is a huge deal. So even these guys in my family were MLS is just, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. It was no, it's not. It's just it's a different thing. You need to watch it and just get used to it, knowing that it's not the same. It's not English Premier League, right?
Right.
But in my opinion, it's better than Scottish Premier League. And it's and if you're watching Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea are winning 2-0 at 40 minutes in, that is it, right? Chelsea will be winning the game, whether they just sit back and hold and defend, or they might attack and lose 1 goal, but 2-1, that's it. With the MLS, it's so much more exciting because you just never know. And so like I'm saying, the guy who I'm talking about, who's my uncle's dad, who played for Chelsea and played for Celtic in the Lisbon Lions squad.
I got to interrupt you here. Great chance for Sporting Kansas City. Johnny Russell gets played in a through ball by Kyrie Shelton.
Oh, what a chance.
Man, just missed that one. Now goes out for a corner. Busio now with the corner, and it's cleared out nicely by the Minnesota defender, but only as far as Sporting Kansas City got the ball back here on the corner of the box, looking for a cross in. Sends it to the back post, and it's, oh boy, is that ball in, or did that go over the line? It had to go over the line. That had to go over the line.
Ahead of me, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh man, wow, that is intense right there. And Jenstep just joining us here. He says, I think it's just a matter of time for SKC to score. I agree. They need to take a look at that goal because, man, I thought that ball was in just from the naked eye there. But they're looking at it at VAR. We got Jose Mera joining us as well. And thanks for jumping on, Jose.
Oh, no, that's the one. Sorry, I'm reacting late.
And then brother BKL Contreras, doing good, Mike. I heard about Brad Stuver, final word of NYCFC, and getting ready for the CCL quarterfinal. Yeah, so NYCFC, their season's not done yet. They're going to play in that quarterfinal in CCL on the 15th or 16th. Here's the replay. Dane St. Clair makes the save, kind of cups it in his arm, but it looks to be in the goal, and then he pushes it out.
That was definitely a goal, man.
That's a goal.
I'm changing stream.
That to me is a goal. I don't know if they'll overturn it because it might not be enough evidence.
It used to be, I think it used to be, I'm going back 10 years, if at least
no goal
was the line, It used to be if at least half the ball cross line was a goal, but now it needs to be the whole ball. And it's like, come on, man. It's like the new penalty rule. Is it the same in America? Like the penalty rule. If basically now the new rule is if you were to kick the ball as a striker, you kick the ball off the defender's hand or arm, it's a penalty. That's it.
Right. It's so in the air now. There's no definition on it anymore. It's kind of crazy. But man, Sporting Kansas City here just really pressing hard. The goalkeeper comes out of his box, clears it over into the touchline for a throw in. Johnny Russell will take the throw. So who do we got picks wise? I already, I put my pick out on my picks and prediction show. I've got Sporting Kansas City. They are my pick to win the cup. It's probably a bad omen for them now. But that's my pick. I'm going with Sporting Kansas City. As far as a score line, I'm thinking 3-2. I think this one's going to be a high scoring game. That's just my take on it. What do you think, Barry? And everybody in the comments, let us know what you think. What your prediction is. Score and team.
I've actually got. I've got like a live bet on this chat, right? On this game.
Okay.
But I don't know if I click out of this. I don't know if that means that I'll be able to read my bet that I've got on. So
you know what it'll do, at least if it's the same as what it does on my stuff, it will just
on a new iPhone
video. So you can just pause and then go check it and then come back.
Okay, wait, I can still hear you.
Yep, you can still hear me and all that. It just pauses the video, which actually just went to a black screen.
With that rubbish Huawei phone that I had, you could not do that. No wonder it got banned by the president of America. Like,
yep.
I mean, you've got a bad phone when you cannot close like a video link and not listen to it. It's not like 1912.
Yeah, no, that's Hawaii phones. They're not that good. They look cool. They look like they're good phones, but they're not. I actually had one way back in the day, and it was trash. But so we got a couple predictions in from our viewers. Brother BKL Contreras. He says Minnesota 3-2, so same scoreline as me, different team. Jan Stepp says 2-0 Sporting Kansas City. And Greg the Kill Switch, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming back. He says 2-1 Sporting Kansas City. All right, so there's we got 3 for SKC, 1 for Minnesota. Here's a chance now for Busio. Busio with the ball, nice little through ball. And Kent, nope. Oh, he goes down in the box. No penalty there. Jerso with the ball on the left side, cuts into the middle, sends a cross into the middle, but Ozzy Alonso is there to clear the ball out and sends it all the way back to Puncec on the back line for Sporting Kansas City. Here comes SKC again. Sanchez with the ball, sending it wide to Dia. Dia cuts back towards the middle for Busio, who loses his footing, sends it up, and now it's Grey Goose in possession. He takes over possession and makes a run up the middle of the park, sends it over to the left-hand side for Molino. Molino back to Alonso. Hey, we lost you there for a minute. What do you got on your bet there?
Right, that's me. I'm back, right? I've got my old crappy Huawei phone that got banned in America, which is rubbish. So I'm live right now. I'm at. Let me just let you know. Hold on. Would you be surprised that it's taking its time to load? It was actually working about a second ago.
All right, well, here's Reynoso now. Sends it wide out to Metnair on the right-hand side. Tons of space. Gets it back to the middle, but Sporting Kansas City clears it out through Gianluca Busio. Sends it up to Johnny Russell. He goes back to his defender, who gives it right away to Minnesota. And now Ozzy Alonso from just outside the box. Johnny Russell slides down to block it, and then Grey Goose misses by about 60 feet to the left of the goal. Brother BKL Contreras, he says, wow, I've never seen SKC doing good, but great defense. Yes, their defense is good. It's been a little bit of a lack this year. Their defense hasn't been as good this year, but their offense has been much better. A lot of that due to Alan Polito, who is no longer – well, he's not on the pitch tonight because he's probably got COVID.
Hold on, Joe, I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to go from my new phone. I'm going to have to do the video from my rubbish phone and then monitor things from my new phone, which actually does work. I'll be back. I'll click the link and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry, guys.
All right, sounds good.
I'll be back soon.
All right, talk to you in a minute. All right, David Ruffin joins us. 2-1 Minnesota is his prediction. David, thanks for jumping on with us and hanging out. Minnesota finally now. Hey, there's Ryan Anderson. Ryan, how you doing, man? Thanks for jumping on. Congratulations hitting that 300 subscribers today. Well done, sir. Everybody on, go check out Ryan's channel. He does some awesome CONCACAF. He did some CONCACAF League stuff with Forge FC. That was a great live stream reaction, as well as his RSRs. Go check him out, Ryan Anderson on YouTube, and subscribe to his channel, as well as subscribe to our channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's blow this stream up. We're having a rough night here. We're only 14 people watching right now, on 15 now on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. The numbers aren't as good as they have been. So bring it in and get your friends, share the stream, hit that like button, help us grow in the search results. Here comes Jerso down the left-hand side. Jerso cuts back to Dia. Dia looking for something in the middle, goes back to his center back. I believe Puncic. Oh, no, that's Reed. Reed sends it out wide to Jalen Lindsay over on the right-hand side. Now Lindsay trying to find something up the field, finds Johnny Russell. All right, Ryan Anderson says he's got 2-1 SKC. And brother BKL, congrats on your 300, Ryan. Well done, Ryan. That is a good achievement, man. I remember when we hit 300, wasn't that long ago, and now we're up to 600 something. And you'll be there soon too, man, for sure. Keep up with that great content. All right, throw in now for Sporting Kansas City. Jalen Lindsay jogging over to take the throw in. Sporting Kansas City firmly in control of this one so far. It's been all SKC. Here's Jerso now on the left, and he was offside on the cross over to him. So he's offside. We got a kick now for Minnesota, 24th minute. Beautiful. As they will not take the camera off of Jerso, so I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Greg says, who is the favorite going into this match? So betting odds-wise, it was about a -120. The final odds were about -120 for SKC and a +300 for Minnesota, which personally I think that was a bit off. I think we could have, to me, this was more of like a +105 for SKC, maybe a +180, +200 for Minnesota. So if you got money on Minnesota tonight, you might have a good chance because they are big dogs in the betting odds. But to me, not so much in the actual game itself. All right, we got Barry back with us. Barry, you got your phone figured out, man.
That's me back in it. So I'm on 25 minutes.
Oh, so now I'm 24:35 on my clock. So
I'm 25:06.
Oh, look at that. Now you're ahead of me.
I've jumped ahead of time. I've switched phones and now I've time traveled like Back to the Future. Good.
There you go. Well,
right, okay, if I see a goal, I will not celebrate if I see a goal. I'll hold it.
Do it, man. Do it. Get in on the game, man. It's all good. It's all good.
So let me think. Like I told you, I've got a couple of bets on this. It was too many things on to be able to keep track of it. But one of the main things was Johnny Russell to score is definitely in that bet. And just as a fellow Scot, like, you know, what option do you have? You have to. It's funny watching Johnny Russell going from being just a kind of name that you roughly heard of and then you get involved in MLS. Well, if you do, like very few who do from the UK.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Russell is like, he's like a star in America, and I love it. It's like I said to you when we were having a chat over messages, like Gary Mackay-Stevens, who used to play for Celtic, which is obviously the team that I support. I live 10 minutes away from the stadium. Gary Mackay-Stevens, and then there's the most recent one to move over. We were talking about this the other day. So there's Johnny Russell, Gary Mackay-Stevens, Lewis Morgan, Inter Miami. Yep. It's like Lewis Morgan was on the bench at this club in the Champions League. We get knocked out, right? Okay, so it's not as if I'm saying, "Oh, we're Champions League worthy." But
I got to cut off here. There's a Reynoso with a chance now. Molino in on goal, shoots and scores. It's 1-0 Minnesota.
Did you like my composure there?
What's that?
Did you like? I knew that goal about a minute ago, and I didn't say anything. That was good, wasn't it?
I reset my stream while you were talking there. Molino in on goal and gets the goal. 1-0 Minnesota, who's been played off the pitch so far by Sporting Kansas City.
I didn't want to say it because I was like, nah, I think I'm ahead. But the goal came and I just kept talking. Oh, professional.
Yeah. All right, Minnesota up 1-0 Molino. Man, Seattle fans are rooting for Minnesota to have this game be played in Seattle. Sporting Kansas City, gets hit on the counter and trouble for Minnesota or for Sporting Kansas City at home, dominating a match, and then to give up that goal on that counterattack is
big time. And
now here's Minnesota again. Reynoso now sends it up the park, but it gets cut off by Reed. And we've got a new viewer here. Just see. His name is Orsoon or her name. Don't know who you are, but thanks for coming on. Hit that subscribe button and get in our 1,000 YouTube subscriber challenge on YouTube. Once we hit 1,000, we will be randomly drawing one subscriber to win a $250 Visa gift card. Thanks for jumping on and hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button. And let's have some fun tonight while we talk Minnesota and Sporting Kansas City, which Minnesota already up.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that Minnesota goal coming. I really didn't.
Neither did I.
But I mean, that's the beauty of football, isn't it? Like, that's why you love it. Whether or not it's your team or somebody else's team, you just. I was actually watching a documentary recently about Maradona, the late great Maradona, managing Dorados, the Mexican team, and he was saying when he first started playing football, there was teams that had never been bet ever, but it was in the game is different now because anyone can be bet. But when he started, there was teams that had never been bet for 60 years and all that, which is insane, but. It did make me think quite a bit and just makes you kind of appreciate the sport and the way that it's developed in terms of like tactics and like it used to just be people kicking around, like just trying to get a goal. But now there's so much more to it. Sounds a bit cheesy, but if you watch the documentary, it really will strike with you. If you're a big football fan.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
It's on Netflix. Bear in mind, I'm saying Netflix. That's UK Netflix, so I don't know if it'll be on US Netflix as well. Actually, it might not be.
I don't have Netflix, so I don't. For me, I'm not a TV guy. All I watch is sports. The rest of the time, busy with the kids, busy with work, busy with all that. Yeah. My kid who's down here drawing something for a teacher.
I watch sports and then I watch documentaries about sports. I got the time. I mean, I used to be originally I would be touring, like playing music, but this COVID stuff, I mean, it's been terrible. Obviously, it's terrible for everyone. I've lost people personally through COVID, and I know other people who have, and it's been terrible. It's tragic, but it's also kind of just like put a lot of people's career in a standstill. Like I'm a musician, so my livelihood is touring the world and playing music to thousands of people. And now you get told, "Oh, wait a minute, you can't do that."
Right.
It's like being a footballer, but you're not getting filmed to play the game. So there's nothing, because there's no fans there. It's a strange time, but football's been there. At least football's been there.
Yep, it is. It is definitely a strange time. So let the listeners, before we get back into the commentary here, let everybody know, listeners, viewers, everybody, however you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're not on Instagram. I know that that's how I think you do your business on Instagram there. But let everybody know where they can find you and check out your music.
Well, okay, so you can find me, if you're watching, you can find me if you're on Facebook, you can just search the name Morrell, Morrell, and it'll be the Morrell page that's got a little blue tick next to it. In fact, this is terrible promotion, but I deleted the picture today, so it's the one with no picture. Right. My graphic designer was doing a new thing and they didn't upload it, and so it's basically Morrell with a blue tick is the Facebook. The Instagram is at Morrell Music, and then a kiss or an X, whatever you call it in America. And the Twitter is also Morrell Music X, and that's where you can message me, tweet me, contact me, whatever. There'll be an email there if you want to email about anything more serious, like whatever it is. I've been in many bands over the years since I was about 17, I think, got signed or something, but the first time. And now I'm coming as a solo artist. My first single is coming out in February 2021. Obviously, if it's any later than that, it'd be a bit too late. There'll be a limited edition of 100 vinyls in a shop in London, but you can actually order them online as well. I would like there to be more than 100, but maybe that's just my ego. Like, maybe I'm the one who'll even buy it. But they're like, yeah, we'll do 100 and see how it goes. I'm like, you sure? Just 100? Like, I'm pretty sure my mom and all our friends are going to buy them, man. Like, but there's a really cool shop in London that's going to be selling 100 of these vinyls, but you can listen to it on Spotify. At the end of the day, like, you don't make that much money as an artist unless you're doing touring for 6 months, and at the moment that is not possible. So me and all my friends are not making any money. But anyway, so that wasn't a beg to buy the vinyl, by the way. Just don't buy it. You know what? Don't buy it. That sounds like I was trying to get you to buy it. Just stream it on Spotify. I will get a full 0.0003 pence.
Oh, man. All right, so we got a question for you there, Barry. He goes, Greg the Kill Switch says, what time is it in Scotland? What time is
Kill Switch? As in Kill Switch. Sorry, Greg, you say?
Yeah, Greg the Kill Switch.
As in Kill Switch Engage. I'm assuming it's a band that I loved dearly when I was a teenager. Kill Switch Engage, they play in Drop C, if that means anything to Greg. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just coincidence. Right now, it is 2:07 a.m. in the morning. I'm usually awake to about...
Oh, all right. Well, Kevin Molino's done it again. Another goal for Minnesota. I don't know if he was offside. He looked to be offside. He
did look offside. But you know what, Mike? That is a professional right here in character. I seen the goal and I did not flinch. Did I flinch?
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
I seen it and I nearly went, oh, and I went, okay, I've lost my bet, but I can't see it.
Well, Molino was onside. It was Finlay who was offside. So now he was way away from the play. So don't give me
35 minutes, so it's still here. Look at this is I was saying to you earlier on. Obviously Celtic, who I support, we were already basically put out of the Europa League, but we had to finish a game with AC Milan tonight just to make everyone's kind of points add up type thing to complete the table.
Yeah.
That's always the worst. When you know that you're out the tournament, but you have to go and play like a total loser. It's like, I'm just here for no reason. I'm just here because I'm getting made to be here, and I hate it. We were winning 2-0 about 30 minutes in, and then AC Milan ended up scoring 4 goals, obviously. So you just never know, man. 30 minutes in, 2-0 sounds like a great lead, but
yeah,
I would not put it past. And this is why I love MLS, because fair enough, you expect AC Milan to overcome a little small team from Scotland, but MLS, it could be 2 brilliant teams, and one team could be leading by 2 or 3, and you just don't know if the other team are going to come back. That's my opinion anyway. That's why I love MLS, because it is end-to-end madness. And I love it. It's great. Yeah. It's so much more exciting than most of Scottish football. And even, in my opinion, English Premier League football, because you've got Mourinho and obviously previously Arsene Wenger and all that, and they're all just wanting their team to defend. They don't want to lose a goal, so no one wants to put a foot out of line. So you watch a game of people just kicking the ball back and forth, and there's about 2 corners each team in 90 minutes, and it's 0-0, and you're like, what's going on? And that's when that is when I kind of really fell in love with MLS, because I was like, this is really great, because everyone's just, it feels like it's kind of like a free-for-all. Everyone's just trying really hard. No one's scared to go for it. That's why I love it as a Scotsman anyway. That's why I love it. But
yeah, I mean, this game, it's far from over. 38th minute.
That's what I'm saying. For me, this doesn't. And if you're watching the English Premier League right now, 2-0, you go, oh, that's it, done.
Yeah, no,
MLS,
this one's not over.
This could end 4-2.
But man, what a start for Minnesota. I mean, 2 goals up. I mean, they weathered the storm for about 20 minutes. It was all SKC, and I
can't believe that.
They're up 2-0 now. 37th minute. Sporting Kansas City's got to get one back before the half. That's my take on it. They, if they want to get back into this one, they better score quick. But as we speak, it's a corner now for Minnesota United. Reynoso heads over to the corner to take it. They bring Debasi up, their center back, and getting ready to. Reynoso's taking his time, man. He's wasting time already.
He's slow, isn't he?
And there's a header. It's 3-0. Who is that? Debasi, who is up as center back. 3-0 Minnesota. Man,
I would rather hold that back. Man.
Show.
It's because I'm watching it on an app that is it's a betting app that I'm watching it on, so it has to report in real time for the legalities of the odds.
Yeah.
So I'm streaming it from a betting app. So I've been holding that goal in there for 25 seconds, and I've got Sporting Kansas City on to win, man. I'm not having a great day. I'm not having a great night. Oh my god! But I do have Johnny. You know what? I've got Johnny Russell on to score. I think I might have a bet, but 3-0. God, that's bad. That is really.
What horrible defending in the box by Sporting Kansas City. And Esteban Pican has joined us. Thanks for jumping on, Esteban. 3-0. And that's debatable. Wow. So unexpected. Yes, it is unexpected. SKC just got destroyed, says Jan Stepp. I mean, this is wow. I mean, I'm in shock right now. Sporting Kansas City at home, down 3-0 to Minnesota, Minnesota's a good team, but damn, I mean.
I know. I'm actually quite shocked, genuinely, I'm like, what? Is my webcam still on?
Yep. So we got a free kick now for Sporting Kansas City just outside the box. We can still hear you, Barry.
Cool. Can you see me?
Yep, I can see you. We can see you.
Right, I'm reading the comments, but I can't see me. But as long as I'm on, it's fine.
Yep, you're there hitting your vaping stick there, and we see you. I need to go get some nicotine, man. I need a cigarette.
Man, so they are, but that's why I've been doing this.
Stop saying cigarette.
As my daughter chimes in, stop with the cigarettes. Yeah.
Well, she's got good intentions. So.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm with her. I got to get rid of this habit.
I don't know if I want to update anyone because I feel like my stream is more live than anyone else's. I'm going to ruin the surprise for everyone. Well, the surprise is that my bet is ruined, so it's not much of a surprise to me, but it's very upsetting.
Yeah, no, this is it's Sporting Kansas City's my pick.
That's a bad challenge. Sorry, I think I'm going to have to pause my stream, bro, because I think that I'm just too far ahead.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now because here's a run up and a shot. Melia gets the save, bobbles it, and load ends up right there, but Melia covers it up. Man,
I'm going to click a link online because the link that I'm watching is too instant, and it's actually ahead of time. I feel like Martin is flying back.
I hear you. And there's Greg, the kill switch. I need to quit smoking my damn self. LOL. Truth, brother. That I got to get rid of this damn habit. It's horrible.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, man. See if you find a decent vape. It's hard. It is hard.
I've tried so much with the vape. It doesn't work for me, man.
It doesn't really work for me.
As I just spit my drink out. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Bro, what time are you on right now?
So right now I'm 42-12.
42-12? Oh my God.
Really nice.
I've put myself in the past. I don't know how I've did it, man, but I'm in 41. Wait. 41.57. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to go back that far or if I want to be ahead and pretend that I don't know the score.
Well, this is very straight. Minnesota. So enjoy.
I feel like a very confused Marty McFly. A very, very confused Marty McFly.
Back to the future. All right.
Man, my old band was called Twin Pines, by the way.
Jay Jardim joins us. How you doing, Jason? He says, "Wow, Minnesota going to win MLS Cup this year or what?" Well, it's looking like it. If they play like this next week in Seattle, they might be able to get it done. However,
I would rather be behind than be in front, so I'm going to stay behind at 42 minutes, 41 seconds.
So this is the daughter that's creating the card over there. Say hi to everybody.
I don't know who he is.
Well, no, that's Barry from Scotland. But say hi to our friends that are watching us.
There's people watching.
There's lots
of
people.
Me and your dad right now. There's people watching me and your dad, but we just can't see them.
17, I can't see. Oh.
See? Yeah. All right, get out.
Comments.
Yep. See the comments over there? All right. Chris says on Facebook, Nick has a great Scottish accent. Yeah. Nick changed up his accent there tonight. And he's from Scotland. And now Barry left. Probably, trying to get his stream back, pause back up with us. But, now he's back over here. But Alan Holtzlander, it's going to be Columbus and Minnesota in the finals. That would be a hell of a finals right there. You know what? You need to be in quiet time. Don't mess up my screen. Go into quiet time. All right. So, anyways, here is Sporting Kansas City now. Shelton trying to get past Diabasi, the goal scorer for Minnesota. Ball gets played out. It'll be a Sporting Kansas City throw. And Barry's back in with us. There he is.
Because I went from my iPhone, which is my new phone, back to my old Huawei phone, that I do, regardless of politics, I agree with America banning this phone because it is a piece of shit. Like, it's... I don't even know how to press the comments on it. You try and press one button and it... Okay, I don't know how to find the comments. Right, okay, I'll put it on the side and I press this button.
There you go. Yeah, so thanks everybody for saying hi to my daughters. Her name is Sarah. She is in 2nd grade and loving the attention so much that she ran upstairs to head into quiet time. So I told her, get your ass to bed. It's time. But anyways, here's Sporting Kansas City now trying to get the ball up, but it's Minnesota who ends up on the counter. And Roman Metnair with a long striding run into load to Reynoso. Reynoso stands back 1 minute of stoppage time. We're almost at halftime now. This is a shocking result. Unreal. Jan Stepp says, big clap to the Traveling Loons fans out there. Absolutely. To be able to head down to Missouri, well done. All right, there's Barry. He's back. He got knocked out. He keeps leaving the stream and coming back in, and now he leaves again. Here's Dia, gets hit down on the foot. No penalty call for Sporting Kansas City. And, as Ryan says, SKC has to start scoring quick or it's over. Agreed. Man, I can't believe they're down 3-0 right now. Brother BKL Contreras, Barry, what happened? Did you pause something because you accidentally ... And Ryan Anderson says Seattle going all the way this year. It's going to be a hell of a game if Minnesota can play the way they're playing tonight. That'll be a hell of a game. So there's Barry. He's back right before we take our halftime break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so after halftime. And 3-0 at the half. So well done to Minnesota. Barry, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Everybody else, take a little break. Go refill those cocktails, and we'll see you in a minute. as I unmute my microphone. Back for the second half. Lots of flags waving in the stands for Sporting Kansas City. Can they push their team to a victory here? It's going to be a hell of a run, down 3-0 starting out the second half. We are a few seconds into the second half here. Man, what a showing by Minnesota United. Whew. They put the business on SKC, getting up 3-0 in the first half. Well done to them. Thanks, everybody, for jumping onto our stream here and hanging out through halftime. Man, Johnny Russell now trying to get something going for Sporting Kansas City. Not working. Looks a lot of guys back behind the ball for Minnesota. They're just going to try and sit back on this one, I have a feeling, and try and hold this 3-0 lead. But, wow, Alonso on the ball now. Goes up to Kevin Molino. He plays it all the way back to Diabasi, the center back. He sends it over and up. And thanks, brother BKL. Nick has joined us. Hey, Nick, how you doing, man? Good to see you tonight on the chat here. Come hang out with us if you get a chance. 3-0 Minnesota. We're going to have a lot to talk about here in the second half. There's no way Sporting Kansas City goes down 3-0 at home. So I expect to see some goals here as things get a little bit interesting, hopefully towards the end of the game. So here is Sporting Kansas City now pushing forward up to Gerso. Gerso looking to work through two defenders, lays it out wide for Dia. Dia sends it into the box to Ozzy Alonso, sending it back out. Sanchez trying to find something, sends it wide to Jalen Lindsay, over to Johnny Russell. Johnny Russell inside the box, sends a cross into no one, and it goes out of play for a goal kick for Minnesota United. So we had a lot of predictions at the beginning of the show, and everybody seems to be a bit off by their predictions because nobody saw this one to be a huge blowout like it has turned out to be. Dane St. Clair, the goalkeeper for Minnesota United, getting ready to send this free kick up, taking his time, sends it up to the middle of the park, and Jalen Lindsay with a nice header up to Johnny Russell, who gets clobbered by Gasper at the back, and it's a foul on Gasper. So free kick for Sporting Kansas City, 48th minute. What's the magic number? Are we talking about the 60th minute? Does Sporting Kansas City have to score by the 60th minute to have a chance in this game? I think so. I think they need to at least get one back by that time, or else they could pretty much wrap it up and forget about it. So here's the free kick in by Johnny Russell. Almost cleared out, but missed by the Minnesota player, and just as far as Busio. Now over to Gerso. Gerso gets it taken away by Metnair, and Minnesota flying up the field now. Reynoso gets it up to Molino, the goal scorer of 2 with the brace. And we've got Barry back. Barry is back in the stream. All right, you figure out your phone issues, Barry?
Oh, yeah. It's a mixture of many of a mixture of issues between Android and Apple, and I think they're fighting against each other. Like, no, don't use that one. Use this one, and just it's chaos.
It is. Well, Minnesota now in possession. Molino with a nice move around Jalen Lindsay, but cleared up by Johnny Russell, who's playing defense. That is not the answer for. And now Dane St. Clair takes the ball back into the box and then picks it up.
They're just trying to defend it 3-0 and hold it there, then, so it doesn't get any more embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean it's ugly. It is ugly. Johnny Russell.
That is a bad
player.
Bad tactic.
And now Minnesota with the throw-in sends it in to Reynoso, and load right on the line, keeps it in play, and looks like a Sporting Kansas City player has gone down with a non-contact injury, but Minnesota don't care. Kevin Molino on the wing sends it over to Reynoso. Reynoso sends it up to Gregush, and here's Reynoso again on the ball, sends it wide to Gasper. Oh, just tie in your shoe. So number 22, Winston Reed, the center back from Aston Villa, I believe was his last team. And he's just sitting there tying his shoe up by the halfway line. Not a good look for Sporting Kansas City.
Chilling out, man.
Man, brother,
just chilling, man.
He says my prediction might be right. 3-2 Minnesota. Yes, you are one of the few that still has a chance at this one with that prediction. Here is Ethan Finley down the left-hand side, looking to send a cross into the middle, goes back to Grey Goose. Grey Goose over to Alonso. Alonso goes back, and they are more than happy to hold on to the ball. That is for sure. David Ruffin says, could be a matchup with Minnesota-Seattle, be a high-scoring affair. If so, sign me up now. Well, judging by the way Minnesota's playing tonight, yes, it could be. However, by the way Minnesota's played all season, no, it won't be. So it's a toss-up in these MLS Cup playoffs.
It's like a one-off, isn't it?
Jason Jardim says, gotta love MLS playoffs. Absolutely, man. It is
Definitely.
Just chaos out there. That is for sure.
I love it. That's why I love it, man. Like, it's hectic. It's nothing like Scottish Premier League. It's not like the English Premier League. It's a toss-up. I love it. It's great.
It is. Ball goes out of play now. Busio standing over it. He's going to hand it off to Dia to take the throw in for Sporting Kansas City. 52nd minute. Can Sporting Kansas City get back into this match? God, I hope so.
Imagine they came back and equalized even. That would be ridiculous.
So as Bennett Patton says on here, OMG, this is the score Columbus Crew wanted. Go Crew. Absolutely. The Crew with a chance to host MLS Cup final if they can get past New England Revolution and somehow, I believe even Sporting Kansas City is behind the Crew. Maybe not Kansas City, but Seattle for sure is behind the Crew. So it would be a home game for the Crew during MLS Cup final with or without fans. They won't have to travel.
With or without fans.
Kyoto says full-time 05. That's a hell of a prediction right there, but it could be. Here is Gerso sending it wide through the box. And
there's a long time.
Claire easily
takes 3-0. As a British football supporter from the SPL and the English Premier League, and 3-0 at 50 minutes in is anything could really happen right now. Like, Kansas aren't sitting back strictly. I know that Johnny Russell's pulled back a little bit, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to sit back. They're going to try and grab a goal, and then when they grab a goal on the break, when they get back with one goal, it's going to boost everyone's confidence, and they're going to just go for.
No, I mean this is MLS Cup playoffs. Anything can happen.
Classic.
That, and that's why we're still doing this stream, because it's 3-0,
exactly.
And anything can happen.
Exactly.
Bennett, thanks for jumping on. He says, this Crew haven't lost to New England in I think 5 years. That could be because New England has not been very good, and the Crew have been decent. So Bennett, thanks for jumping on here, and as well, Alan Holtzander, thanks for coming on. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Brian 52302, hit that subscribe button during halftime. Thanks for doing that. Get in on our 1,000 YouTube subscriber challenge. We need your help.
Here we go.
Oh, you're ahead of the game here. You're ahead on us here.
Sorry.
Subscribe button. Get in on our $250 Visa gift card challenge, and hit that like button as well. Help us out on those for the search. That will help our stream grow.
Mike, I'm at 55 on the dot as I speak. Are you just behind?
Yep, you're about 30 seconds ahead of me. Here's Gerso now on the left-hand side.
Right. Okay.
Cutting it in through Metanair, runs into the box, tries to get a cross in, blocked out nicely. It'll be a throw-in for Sporting Kansas City. And while we've got that, guys, shoot us over a tip. You want to make $5? Very easy. Free $5. Download the Cash App. Put our referral code in, FRQWGRS. And if you send us $5, you will get $10 if this is your first Cash App experience. And you'll get a free $10. Deposit it back into your account. After you've sent us $5, you'll have $5 profit. It's that simple.
You cannot argue with that. You cannot argue with that.
No, you can't argue with that. Free
that
$5.
Is the deal.
It's that simple.
That is the deal. Not only the deal of the day. That's the deal of the year.
You know, exactly. I mean, I did it on my daughter's phone, got $5 extra. Did it on my wife's phone, got $5. Did it on my debit card.
You're kicking about Rolexes and you've got a Bentley and
I don't know about that. Maybe like a Happy Meal or something. But
yeah, well,
you know what? $5 is $5, right?
Hey, it's happiness. A Bentley, a Happy Meal, whatever makes you happy. It's the same thing.
Hey, you got it. You got it. Here's Minnesota. Alonso sends it out wide. Now up to, I believe, Metnair. Metnair back to Grey Goose. Cuts it off.
He's taking a bad fall to his head, by the way. I'm sorry.
And here comes Sporting Kansas City cutting it off, sending it up wide to Johnny Russell. Man, does Sporting Kansas City ever miss Alan Polito right now? That is
big time.
Nick says Gadi Kinda going to get a goal and an assist in the next 20 minutes. I hope you're right, Nick.
There is no
Nick,
threat.
where are you at, man? What are you doing? Are you hanging out at home? Come on the stream, man. Come on. Can't you hear him a little raspy with my this sinus infection? Come on, brother.
You sound a little bit like Hank from Breaking Bad.
I don't even know who that is, but
does Nick know who that is?
I don't know, Nick. You know who that is? And as Nick says, Morel, start playing a song for Johnny Russell. Get him pumped up.
Johnny Russell. You know, I've got a full grand piano right in front of me, but I'm just here to watch football, man. I'm not here trying to plug my music, like. But Johnny Russell, you know, the funny thing is Johnny Russell was not a popular. I mean, he was briefly known in Scotland over the last 10 years, but it was nothing to talk about. Not in a nasty way. Just it was nobody. Just like Gary Mackay-Stevens and Lewis Morgan was. I'm a Celtic fan. Lewis Morgan came from Celtic. He didn't even get a game at Celtic, and now he's an MLS star, and he entered Miami, and he's great. And you know, it's so great to see it. But I mean, it's just the way the world, isn't it? Like, it's just totally insane. Like, a guy who couldn't get a game for a very famous team, like worldwide, goes to America, and then his first pick. Like, it's great. I love seeing it.
I mean, it's crazy. Johnny Russell, like, he come over here, and yes, he brought a little bit of a profile to Sporting Kansas City with how well he played in the beginning. I mean,
see here, like, yeah.
But since then it's been, you know, he hasn't been so great over the past season or so. He's still decent. Now Espinoza getting fired up for Sporting Kansas City. We got Ben and Patton. You know, these guys are excited to see this scoreline for Columbus, and that's good. Allen's a little less worried now, and you know, it's looking good for you guys for sure. However, maybe Sporting Kansas City gets back into this match over the next few minutes.
I mean, the way that I look at this is like, yeah, it's 3-0, but like from Scottish Premier League or English Premier League or whatever, like 3-0, the game is done. But with MLS, we've got 30 minutes left, and that 30 minutes in MLS, to me, is so much more excitement than it is from 30 minutes from the English Premier League or the Scottish, because you just do not know what will happen. And like, I tend to find the scoreline is a lot like bigger. Like, you know, you get 3-2, like 5-1, stuff like that. For the SPL, Scottish Premier League, and then the English Premier League, your average score, you know, is 2-0, 2-1. Like, it's almost kind of like hockey scores, like when I watch MLS, and I love it because, like, it's 60 minutes in, the game is not done, and I just love it. I really, really love it. But like, I think more people are getting into it now.
Say, man, I gotta say, even though 60 minutes in, 3-0 down, even at home, that's SPL or MLS, that's not looking good.
No, I mean it's not good, but of course it's not good, right? But I mean, if this was like Chelsea and like Arsenal and Chelsea were winning 3-0 like at 45 minutes or 50 minutes in, you can guarantee that's it done. But I don't doubt that Kansas might score another 2 goals. They might not win, right? But see if they score 2 goals, then they're close to equalising, and that ruins all of that. But that would never happen with Chelsea and Arsenal.
Hey, look, right, it probably wouldn't.
I love it.
But for me, as a guy who picked Sporting Kansas City to win the damn title in my bracket,
I've got them on to win as well tonight. So
I'm like, need to win this game. They need to get back in it and win the damn game, man. It is. Come on, Sporting Kansas City. You're playing at home. You've got fans in front of you. COVID be damned. You've got fans in the stadium.
Mike, and, I've got Kansas City to win as well. I've not told anyone this until now, right? I kept it a little secret, but I've got Kansas to win, and it's not looking the best, but I'm staying confident because this is what happens with MLS, and that's why I love it.
You just gave something away, but I'll tell you, I'm down in picks and predictions. I put $100 on every game. I'm down big. I lost both Eastern Conference matchups, and now it's looking like I'm going to take 1 out of 2 in the West, and that's hurting, man. That hurts. I'm down about $275 in this round of games, so not fun. But speaking of our bracket challenge, before the Seattle game, here's our current standings. We've got Lex upsets up as first place. Don't mind me at the top there. That's just because I'm logged in. But I'm doing garbage. But Lex upsets T-Mac, BGS, Morrow, Platano, Solo. We got y'all have a chance.
That's looking pretty close, man.
Now, come on, guys. This is going to be our first live. We haven't gotten a donation. Help!
I'll need to donate.
Hey, Barry, come on. You're on the stream. Send some money over. Sons of a pitch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be donating, and I'm the host, so I'm basically paying myself, guys. Is this what you want? Is this really what you want? The future of MLS? No, I'm joking, but yeah, I'll be making a donation. We'll just wait and see if Kansas can manage to pull it back before we put our money where our mouth is. Let's just say we put a lot of money on Kansas.
We got Jay Jardim. He goes.
I'm half joking, but there might be $100 on Kansas.
Look, I got a cup so that I don't have to go upstairs. All right. Got myself a clearance deal on some Johnny Walker Scotch today.
Good on you, mate. Good on you,
A guy from Scotland should know about his Scotch. But here's a corner kick in and easily cleared out by Reynoso of Minnesota United.
A corner. Wait a minute. You've jumped ahead of me.
Did I? Because I'm at 63.45.
What time are you on?
63.45.
Oh no, I'm not far ahead of you. I'm on 64.27.
Okay.
I need to pause this because we need to be in sync, man. If we're doing this, right, from the other side of the world, we need to do this, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm pressing play again, right? Hopefully it doesn't start from where it was.
It's all right. I'm going to put the Louisiana Tech North Texas soccer or football game on. American football, and back to my stream.
The ghetto stuff, yeah.
Hey, we got Vishal Bora. Please help me. I need help. Vishal, you all right, brother? What do you need? You okay?
Vishal Bora.
What do you got?
I think he's losing his bet. I think he's bet Kansas City to win by 5, and he's like, "What is going on here?"
Right. That's what I'm thinking. But
it might not be, but it could be.
Hey, before you, if you need help or whatever, before you go, hit that subscribe button, send a donation over to Sons of a Pitch Soccer Podcast. We're trying to grow the sport of soccer here in the United States of America. $1.
And I'm going to do my best to try and do what I can to grow podcasts for you guys over here. Like, the only issue is with my Facebook, because when you get over a certain amount of subscribers or followers on your Facebook page and you get a blue tick, they basically see you as a cash cow, right? Yeah. So see if I post and I don't put money behind the post, like barely 100 people see it. So I've got about 19,000 followers on Facebook, but if I do not put like $50 into it, not even 3,000 people will see it. It's corrupt. It's not good. But what I want to do is I've got
Section 230. Section 230. That's all I'm saying.
What's that?
Don't worry about it. We'll get political, and then people might get pissed off. We're not going.
No. I get. I thought you said. I thought you just shouted something a bit relevant to the game. I was like, right, I'll be quiet because I think maybe he's ahead of me. Anyway, yeah, I get you. But basically, I've been in numerous bands. I've rebranded, and now I'm going to bring out a single as a solo artist. And now I've finally got away from all my record labels and all my management who were corrupt, who were stealing thousands and thousands off me. No joke. I went to the Philippines to play a gig, and I got paid $5,000. And you know what? I had to phone my dad to ask him to send me $10 because I had no money. And I was like signing autographs to like 5,000 people. And like my management was taking all my money. This is when I was a bit younger, so I'm 28 now. I was like 24 at the time, and I was just really corrupt. But anyway, my point is, I'm doing my music, and I want to get right back into it, and like things like what we're doing right now, like the little donations and stuff, they matter. They really do, and they help. Yeah. They help a big time. Even though people think, oh, I can only donate 90 cents or whatever. But you know what? If that's all you can do, then cool. See if you times that by that 90 cents times by 600 over the course of a year. That could be a new logo. It could be a new website design. It could be a new theme tune. It could be new cameras, new angles from the studio. It could be, there's a lot. It takes a lot to do these kind of things, and that's just why I really love this podcast, because obviously MLS isn't the most popular sport in America. Right. Let's be honest. Like, that's why we've got barely. Like, imagine this was NHL. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would be like swamped. But American soccer, and this is football again, because obviously I just say football. American football is a different thing. American soccer is, in my opinion, it's really on the uprise, and it is actually, in my opinion, much more entertaining than Scottish football, which has been going on for hundreds of years. And I'm wearing a Scottish football team right now on my chest, and they might be in Europe and they might have been in the Champions League, but at the end of the day, they weren't good enough and they aren't good enough. And there's teams in the MLS that I watch. I've watched 3 players from the team that I support go from Scotland over to America and become a guy at the side on the bench to being a superstar. Like,
I don't know about superstar, but
well, I mean, right. Right, okay.
No, dude, Minnesota.
I don't mean Ronaldo. I mean the fact that I could say to another American, Lewis Morgan, and they even know who that is. There was a time before Lewis Morgan even left Celtic, when the team that I support, Lewis Morgan didn't get a game. If I mention Lewis Morgan to someone who supported my team for 30 years, they didn't know who he was.
Right. No, for sure.
Like, I mean, that to me, that's crazy. Like, and Gary Mackay Stevens and stuff like that. Like, Johnny Russell was never a big name, ever. Like, he was never a big name, and he's always spoken about, like, but I love it. I really love it. Like, there's this, like, this is really, really cheesy, right? I might say something that's really cheesy here. Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Who?
Lord of the Rings.
No, I have no idea what that is.
The Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien.
No idea. But here's a ball up from Sporting Kansas City. They've got to get something going, man. I mean, this is disgusting. This team is at home.
It's shocking, isn't it? It's really, really bad.
This is crazy.
It's actually, no offense to, I mean, I would have said that, like, my kind of team was Sporting Kansas, because when I first got into the MLS and I realised Johnny Russell, by chance, I did not, this is the mental thing, I didn't even know Johnny Russell was Scottish. Like, and I was watching the MLS and I was like, Johnny Russell, that's fun. That sounds like a fucking Scottish name. This is a good few years ago.
So Osvaldo Orlando is off. Looks like he's getting subbed off now for Minnesota United. They're bringing in Hassani Dotson, a forward / midfield winger. Man, taking off a defender for a forward in the 72nd minute with your team up 3-0. Does that Adrian Heath has Sporting Kansas City figured out? I'd say so. That's a move right there. SKC, they got to get something going here. Please just make this game interesting.
I know it's been quite pathetic. Like, the only way that I could sum up is pathetic. Like, I know that's harsh, but come on, man, have some shots on goal. At least if you're losing, push everyone up and press and attack. You're already losing by 3. You've got nothing to lose. What are you going to do? Lose by 4 or 5? Press the squad. Press and press and press and press and try and at least get 2 goals. Just for the credibility, to make yourself feel like you've done something. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, oh, look at that. We just got a notification on my phone. Jess sent $5 over.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. $5. It is huge, just like Barry was saying. I mean,
anything, a penny,
every single dollar is huge for us. I mean, just
massive. It really is.
It is. I mean, I'm just this, this old dude that has 4 kids, and look at this. We got Nick. Nick's in the building. Nick, how you doing, man?
Oh, Nicky boy.
I decided to drag myself out from under the blankets on the couch and sip
wait a minute, hold on. Wait, I feel like I'm intruding. I'm gonna have to leave. Sorry.
Oh, hey, man, the more the merrier on a soccer chat.
Man,
You're all set.
I'm sorry for intruding. I'm sorry for stealing your thunder, man. I'm sorry.
Morel, don't even worry about it, man. And I'm glad you got to jump on, and great hearing you and actually seeing your face now. And I took a sick day from work and was chilling on the couch. But, man, I think the only thing worse than how I was feeling today is watching Sporting Kansas City play right now. Like, this is
fun.
It's been bad.
But you're rooting for Sporting Kansas?
I've been a fan of Sporting Kansas City. They are my Western Conference team.
You know what the worst part is? I really actually am. Like, I know this just sounds like as if I'm just saying this just because I'm on like a webcam, but the team that like first got me really, really, really into MLS, like I'd watched it on and off for a long time, and then it was a few years ago. And Johnny Russell, and I thought, Johnny Russell, that sounds very Scottish. And then I went, you know what? £30 in play, £30 on Johnny Russell to score 2 goals. It was like 92 or like maybe like something like silly.
There you go.
And then he scored 1, and I cashed out, and then I put like £70 on Johnny Russell to score a hat trick, and he scored a hat trick. This must have been about 2 years ago, and I was like, Sporting Kansas is my team.
That's
and I
awesome.
didn't even know he was Scottish. And then I went, Dad, do you know Johnny Russell? I went, Obviously, my dad's older than me. Good point, Sherlock. Imagine my dad was older than me. That'd be quite strange.
Yeah, I'd be wondering how that worked out.
But the weird part is, like, this is what I was saying earlier tonight. Like, people like Johnny Russell and Gary Mackay-Stevens and Lewis Morgan and stuff, like, to us Scots, like, not in a rude way, but they are no one to us. Like, we don't know these people's names. People come in and out all the time, especially on loan from like Man City, PSG. That's like the kind of people that we get in our squad for Celtic and stuff like that. It's just people on loan.
Well, your boys over at Celtic. Yeah, well, your boys over at Celtic are scouting a lot of Americans now as well. I mean,
exactly.
I guess they really liked what they had when DeMarcus Beasley was he on Celtic or Rangers?
Rangers.
I think he might have played with Rangers.
Rangers. Don't bring that. Oh my god.
Well, that's why I want to make sure I'm getting the right rival there.
Celtic and Rangers are the biggest rivalry in like football history. I was telling Mike about this, about the fact that like the colour of my car affected me. Like no joke. It's crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, but with all the scouting, that Celtic's doing here in the States, I think there was a fire prospect, was it Gutman, who was being looked at by Celtic, and then you've got McKenzie from Philadelphia who's being scouted by Celtic, as well as several others who I think probably just couldn't get some paperwork done to get over there.
Like,
so
that, so obviously that's the Mike, and maybe I don't know, obviously that's just to Mike or the both of you. Like the last time I spoke was like Lewis Morgan was actually he was only ever on the bench for Celtic. So even before Celtic were out of the Champions League and before they were out of the Europa League, Lewis Morgan was sitting on the bench for us, right? He didn't even get a game. He didn't get a sniff at a game. Lewis Morgan, Gary Mackay-Stevens, right? Like
Gary Mackay-Stevens, which BKL brother Contreras, he says, did you know that was his team? His brother BKL, he's from New York. He's a New York City guy with Gary Mackay-Stevens.
All right, I can't see the comments. So Gary Mackay-Stevens and Lewis Morgan were at Celtic and they were barely getting a game, and now they're in America. And I said this to Mike earlier on. I was like, they're effectively like stars. Like maybe they're not like from what I mean by stars, like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They weren't even close to being a name in Scotland. Scotland is like smaller than like some cities in England. Never mind, like the country of Scotland is smaller than some cities in England. So like the fact that even Gary Mackay and like Lewis Morgan are a name or even briefly known in America is just like it's kind of like
there's a chance now for Hurtado for Sporting Kansas City. Sends it into Russell. Russell in the box, stepping outside, a kick. Nope, and it's taken away by. And now Sporting back on it. Now Espinoza just gets subbed out. He's been trash all night, and I don't even think I said his name, but once or twice. But there's a foul now on Minnesota, and or actually on Kyrie Shelton, and Minnesota now with a free kick. Man, this is crazy. I'm having a hard time believing what I'm seeing right here.
No doubt about it, Mike. And Morel's talking about his guys, Russell and Steven. Like these are guys who their MLS clubs rely on them to step up, and we've said it throughout the playoffs.
Russell.
We've said it throughout the season, right? Like the way the rosters in MLS are constructed, you need to have your DPs, you need to have your TAM signings, your best players need to play well. Because if they're not, you have no offense. Typically, we see these high-priced signings being strikers or attacking-minded players. Rarely do you see a center back or a keeper get a lot of the international roster spots or cash. So if your best players, who are typically your strikers, offensive players, aren't playing well, you're not scoring. And that's exactly what's happened here with KC. Russell's not doing anything. Espinoza was silent. Even Busio, their homegrown, their young star, like he couldn't get into the game tonight at all. It's been a terrible night for them. But don't take away from Minnesota here. Don't take away from how good Minnesota's played.
They've done great. They have done really well. But I just think there's a lack of motivation in that squad right now, from my opinion. I'm watching that and I'm going, there is no drive, there is no hunger. Like, how, fair enough, see if you're 3-0 down and the third goal scored at maybe 85 minutes, okay, cool. But they had a full half to turn this around. Even if they just got 2 goals, right? Those 2 goals mean that they're only 1 away from equalising. And it changes the whole game. It changes the whole dynamic. They're going to have to sit back, but not. They didn't take advantage of anything. Then even the fact that they had so much time on their hands, and it's been very, very poor. It's been such a poor performance, in my opinion.
It has. I mean, it's been rough. I mean, these guys.
It's really.
Think they come out with fire on their, ready to play hard. Come the second half, down 3-0 starting the second half. You got to come out on fire, and they
come out. You get a goal in the first 10 minutes. You get a second, and then for the third time, what I would suggest if I was a coach, right? If you come out 3-0 right at half time, right? You come out, you try and get a goal in the first 10, right? You try and get your second goal in the next 10, right? And then since after that, instead of playing long balls and crosses, you keep getting your strikers or your wingers to run into the box, box, so that eventually there's going to be a time when they're going to get slid and they're going to get a penalty, right? Like, that's what, if I was a coach, you go, right, it's 3-0 half time, but it's not warranted. It's not as if they look like they were destroyed. They weren't. Like, you would, if you watched the first 20 minutes of that game and then you found out that it was 3-0 at half time, you'd go, what? Like, that doesn't reflect the game. So if they come out and they fought for it and they got 2 goals at least, then as a manager or a coach, you'd be just saying, right, after you get 2 goals or even 1 goal, striker, winger, box. Every time you get challenged, go down. Every single time you get challenged, you get pulled back, down, penalty, or free kick outside the box. I've not seen that once. And that's
we don't want to turn into some Euro team who's just going to go diving all the time in the box, Morel. We don't want to be that kind of league.
I'll be honest. That is obviously my. Yeah, you're right. I hate that.
Right. Hey, Mike, I know you're.
I hate that, but I wanted Sporting Kansas to actually do all right. But if I was Sporting Kansas manager, right, I'd be like, right, boys, these are totally effed. Let's do it the European way, right? We're going to go out. We've got 45 minutes. You're going to take it to the box, and you're going to go down every single time, because these days with the new VAR rules, it really actually is. If you put a hand in the person's back when they've got their face turned away from you, it's a penalty. If you kick the ball off their arm when their arm isn't touching their side, it's a penalty. So, right. Like, you can take advantage of these things. I'm not saying that's the way that it should be played, but if that is the way that the rules are made, then what other option do you have at this stage?
We said that in the last game we were calling too. We said that strikers are going down really easy in the box. Well, they don't have a play on the ball, so their only play is to try to get a call. If they don't get the call, it doesn't make a difference. If they get the call, then hey, they just turn something out of nothing.
Worst case scenario, they get booked for diving. But you know what I've found
that's very rare
as well. The very same, the same tackle that might be like a slight tackle, it could be outside the box, and then that could be a free kick and no booking. But see if it's in the box and the ref buys it, then it's a penalty and a red. And it's like the difference in that is so huge to the game. But I remember I was speaking to one of our friends whose brother-in-law is the sponsor of AC Milan with his casino, and they actually, I probably should be saying that actually. They get
it's all hearsay. We're just we got no evidence. It's just hearsay.
I heard someone say this, that they get taught how to dive.
It's all learning your skill set, right? You learn how to tackle, you learn how to shoot, you learn how to dive.
I don't even remember if that guy was my best friend. I can't even remember his name. But
well, hey, real quick, let me throw a question out here to Mike. We had Jay Jardim ask us, is this Vermees's last year, like as the head coach? We know he's also a sporting director, and I'm sure he's going to stick around on the technical side. I mean, Peter Vermees's name is synonymous with Kansas City.
Right.
They've got to seriously consider a coaching change. SKC has underperformed greatly over the last 3 or 4 seasons. What do you think, Mike? Do you think Sporting is going to make a change from Vermees?
Yeah, I mean, they've got to do something. I mean, this team hasn't won anything in MLS now for 3 or 4 years when they've been highly touted to do so. So I could see a change being made. However, I was completely wrong on the Vanny talk. I'm like, no, keep Greg Vanny. He's doing good, whatever. Well, it turns out to be Greg Vanny's decision. He was ready to leave. And I'll tell you, this was something that really stood out to me. I listened to his press conference, and he said that, he made this decision after the conclusion of the regular season when they went home and he was talking to his family. And that, to me, like everything I was saying leading up to those playoff games, I'm like, dude, like Toronto they're just ready to go home. Like they're just done. And 100% that was the case. Even the coach was like, I'm out. It's over now.
So do you think he's even going to take that LA job, or is he going to wait a year?
Absolutely. Because he'll come back to the USA. It's his hometown team. He's from California.
All right.
He played for the Galaxy. 100% he takes the Galaxy job if it's offered to him. Because I think Klein and the rest of the management team is like, oh, hey, let's go get some crazy manager from like England and, put him in. No, what would be the best thing for the Galaxy is hire Greg Vanny. But I think that's what he's banking on.
Somebody who's passionate about it.
And even if he doesn't get it, he's going to be okay with it because he'll take a year off, whatever, no big deal. But man, yes.
Let me flip it over to Morel then. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Finish that thought.
I see the same thing happening with Peter Vermees here. He'll either leave gracefully or he'll be forced out. Now, not saying that Vanny got forced out because he didn't. They had the money on the table in the summer. But Vermees, after this type of performance at home as the number 1 seed in the West, they're done.
Yeah.
He's done.
So Morel, like, we're talking about a new coach for the LA Galaxy, and the LA Galaxy has always been like the poster franchise for the league, and everyone internationally
that's what
knows.
That's the thing that LA Galaxy was like.
That
was the first kind of memory of like me and anyone in like Scotland or the UK was like, oh, wait a minute, Americans have done football, soccer. Like,
yeah, we've been doing football for over 100 years.
I know, but it was just that was the first time that after LA Galaxy with Beckham and stuff was like, that was when it like, I used to always wonder that when I was younger. I was like, if America's so big, why is there no football? Like, I never understood that because like Scotland historically have been a terrible nation as like a football team, as a Scotland football team have been really bad since 1974 or something. We're starting to do good now because we've got
to your other point, like all these Scots who are playing in the MLS, they were something in Scotland, but Scotland as a nation, a footballing nation, hasn't done much. So it's like, are they really that bad, or is it just something with the Scottish FA?
This is the thing that I think is really, really, it's kind of up for debate because see the likes of like Johnny Russell, Lewis Morgan, Gary Mackay-Stevens, etc. They are not even on the bench for the Scotland team.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what about Tony Gallagher? He's got to be coming up, right? He's with Toronto. He's with Mike's team right now out on loan from Liverpool.
I know, but he's not in the Scotland squad.
No,
he's not even mentioned. Like, and it's like, so what is it like? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just genuinely saying, like, what is it like? I don't understand what it is because we get these great players, right? Obviously, at the moment, our star players for Scotland as the Scottish national team is Kieran Tierney, who is now at Arsenal, Andy Robertson, who is at Liverpool, Scott McTominay at Man U. But I think he's actually English, but he chose to play for Scotland. But like, they're three very significant like names, high profile. But that is all you really hear. And you don't Lewis Morgan, etc. I don't think that he's even ever been on the bench for Scotland. Whereas you find out that Lewis Morgan's over in America, like making waves to like, bear in mind the population of Scotland is like tiny. So like, the state that Lewis Morgan's in is like probably bigger than their country. And he's like
put in here, so that's debatable. Says, how long has Peter been at KC? He was named interim in 2009.
Lewis Morgan?
Years, longest.
Peter Vermees, coach of Kansas City.
Not saying Lewis Morgan though.
Oh no, I hear what you're saying about Lewis Morgan. That like, he's thinking he's better than he is because of the fanfare he received at Miami. But what Mike is mentioning, getting back to the Kansas City talk, that Vermees has been in charge of this team for the last 11 years. And they've won a couple trophies. They've done a good job, but maybe it is time for them to move on. Hey, Mike, give us a quick game update. I see 3 minutes of stoppage time, and Kansas City had a couple of good chances there at the end of regulation.
Yeah, I mean, not nothing crazy.
Not to dance about
chances, but yeah, Johnny Russell on the ball right now. 92nd minute. This one's over. 3-0 Minnesota. It's over for Kansas City.
It's terrible. That's really, really bad.
I mean, it's ugly. Adrian Heath is sipping on his water, acting like he's cool, calm, and collected. But yeah,
he didn't expect this either.
I got to give a quick shout out before we're done here. Before we're done, I got to give a quick shout out to Jess, who sent us $5 over Cash App. Guys, thank you so much. And Jess, thank you so much for sending that tip over.
I saw the update notification on that Cash App tip from Jess. Mike, did you read the comment as to why she provided that tip?
No, I got cut off because you're like, hey, I'm ready, bro.
Oh, okay. So apparently she had some umbrage with your picks. Do you want to read the exact quote on that one?
Let's see. I believe it was my phone's loading.
$5 to Mike at SOPSoccer because his picks and predictions are shite.
Shite. Wait a minute. Shite.
I'll take my shite.
Hold on. That must be British. That must be either British from the UK or Irish, because shite with the E at the end is not. That does not leave the UK or Ireland. Where is the shite quota from?
Well, we're loving our international influence here. Whether it's
absolutely.
Well, I'm loving it as well, man. I love it because I try and talk about MLS to so many people, and people like that. Shut up, Barry. Oh, Mariel. Shut up, Mariel. For God's sake. Why would they be watching that shit? And I'm like, no, it's good. I'm like, honestly, Johnny Russell's in it, and they're like, who's Johnny Russell? I'm like, the guy, remember Johnny Russell? He played for like fucking Aberdeen like 9 years ago. Like,
it's funny because we try to tell people here, like, oh yeah, Celtic and Rangers, they're the top teams in the Scottish Premiership, and they're like, Scotland has its own league. You mean they're not in the Premier League?
Has Celtic got a soccer team? I thought it was just fucking castles they had, man. I get you.
There you go, right, man. Well, there you go.
Before we let you go, Barry, I gotta say, and I was trying to get a word in all night to tell you.
I'm sorry, man.
Mo Johnston. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Mo Johnston and I sat on the bench in 2008 watching FC play a small club from Denmark in Bradenton, Florida. And
that's cool, man. That's cool.
Asking me, who I thought was doing well on the team, because there was nobody else there, and we were just hanging out in training camp. And this guy's asking me who I think was a good player for TFC, and some of them turned out okay. Maurice Edu, former Rangers guy.
God, I know.
But yeah, I had to get that in there. But overall,
that's class, man. That's really cool. That's really cool, man.
it was fun.
I love that. I've really loved this. Thanks, by the way, for having me on. Like, I've really enjoyed this. It's been really great. Like, if you want to have me on again, then let me know, because I'm like the only MLS fan in the closest 700 miles. I know there's a Gamer song that I would walk 500 miles. It's further than that. I can't find an MLS fan beyond 500 miles. So,
we'll jump on our social media, man. Reach out, and we'll start having the conveation. And
we'll
hey,
keep
maybe
in touch, man, for sure, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Maybe in our off season we'll call an SPL game or something.
Hey, there you go. That sounds good.
I should do it.
Cool guy over here.
Cool
guy, 3-1 on his predictions. Well done, cool guy. You're on top of it. I'm 1 for 3. You're 3 for 1. Maybe I'll come to you for help next time on the next round of the playoffs. With that, I got to wrap it up, man. It's time to go. We're going to put our thanks for watching up. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. Barry, thanks for coming on. Morel Music.
Thanks,
on
bro.
Facebook. Go check Barry's out on Instagram and Facebook. Awesome.
Everyone, try and donate to these guys.
Donate to us. Hit that, dude, free $10, free $5 after you said $5 to us. Get on that referral code FRQWGRS. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back with the Eastern Conference Final or Western Conference Final. Don't know which one, but we'll be back for one of those. And MLS Cup Final, we got some tricks up our sleeve for MLS Cup Final. Top donation prize, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Talk to y'all very soon. Have a great
Mike, see you later. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, it was a blast, man. Great to see you face to face.
Bye, guys. Nice to see you.
All right, guys. See ya.
See you guys.